Eyal Haimovsky, Director General of the Jerusalem Development Authority. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hello, how are you?
Very good, thank you. So simple question just to start us off. What is the Jerusalem Development Authority?
So JDA, Jerusalem Development Authority, is a statutory authority established by a law in '88. The JDA function include entertaining, planning, and encouraging action for the economic development of Jerusalem, and coordinate between government, ministers, authorities, and bodies involved in development of the city. Consult and providing information regarding initiatives, plans, and economic enterprise in Jerusalem.
So how do you make this whole field approachable to Olim Chadashim?
So we are working together with the municipality of Jerusalem and the Ministry of Aliyah and Integration. And of course, two very important organizations, one called Nefesh by Nefesh and one who makes Aliyah from France called Kalita. And we're sitting all together around the table and decided who do what, and everybody is bringing their strengths into the table, and we're working all together hand by hand to make the Aliyah in Jerusalem easier and more available for those Olim who are interested to come to our city.
That's not easy at all, and the importance of having everybody at the same table so that everybody can strengthen their strengths and can leave their weaknesses to the other who's better at it. It's not something to be taken for granted. So some people, when they make Aliyah, it's a very difficult process, and they come to Israel and find themselves lost in their new homes. How can the Jerusalem Development Authority connect between the people in their city?
So we hired special, actually, Olim Chadashim who already here in the city that passed all the way to be an Ole Chadash in Jerusalem. And they are working for us to facing the city to those people that looking to make Aliyah in Jerusalem. And they are coordinate between the Olim and the municipality services if they need school for the kids. They are in connection with the industry in the city, in high-tech, hospitals, education, everything. This is the biggest city in Israel, so we have everything in the city. They just give it the option to those Olim and bring them all the needs that they are looking for.
Hand it to them in the palm of their hand, so to speak.
Absolutely, right.
So what if people are looking to make Aliyah for university? Jerusalem has an amazing academic culture. What kind of assistance or guidance can they receive from the JDA?
So the same person is also in touch with the academy in the city. We have a university, a Hebrew university, that is one of the 100 top university in the world. We have Betzalel, culture and design, the most popular university in the country, and of course Machon Lev and other college. And those persons who are very close working with those organization is the guy that is like a one-stop shop for the Ole, for the students who wants to come to study in Jerusalem, and if he wants to come to be a doctor at the university, if you're looking for a job. So this person is a contact person that taking you hand by hand and getting you into those gates of a new life in the city.
So what does that actually look like? Let's say a new Ole comes, approaches them, says, I need help kind of finding my spot. What happens from there?
So first, we are looking for the Olim abroad. So we are doing like a market in the cities in America, in Europe, in London, in France, in all those cities that we know that there is a potential of Olim to Israel. And we are telling them the story of how it's good to do Aliyah to Jerusalem. We are bringing them all the infrastructure, and then they are meeting the person who is going to pass all the way to Jerusalem with them hand by hand. Since then, they are sometimes coming back to see the city, to learn a little bit more about it. We are making meetings between them and Olim Chadashim that are already here, and they can hear all the story, how it's possible to do that and how it's easy. After that, they are going to those offices, if it's going through Nefesh B'Nefesh, that's helping them with all the issues to immigrate to Israel. You know, there is a lot of issue if you want to make Aliyah, that you have to, by the process, need to do that and working with someone who can help you. So we are there. There is a special office that helping them, and till the end that they are here in the city. Part of them actually already involved in the municipality. They are part of the city. They are part of our life, and it's wonderful to see them.
Absolutely. I think also something really beautiful about Jerusalem is that it already has such a large Aliyah community, but you know, there are still so many difficulties when making Aliyah in terms of integration. And one of the biggest ones that comes to mind is finding a job. What's the biggest trend you've noticed since the war began in this regard?
So people are now looking more for high-tech and biotech companies. So we are working very close with the local industry and finding a job position that the companies look for an employee. And we do the match between them and the Oleh Hadash. We are part of them are now very interested to take a position as a doctor in hospitals. We have Shaare Tzedek, we have Hadassah hospitals that looking for new doctors. So even in that field, we are playing sometimes. Not so many, but sometimes part of them are finding their job in the government and in some position. And of course, we are working with them all the way till they find their new job. We are, if it's a couple, we are not only helping to one side, we are helping both of them to get a position. We know that family needs to be strong if both of them working, and if of course they have kids, as I told you, we are helping them to find all the education services.
Absolutely. One last small question. If you had to choose one piece of advice to give somebody considering making Aliyah to Jerusalem, what would it be?
Don't be afraid. We are here with you.
That's beautiful. Short and to the point. Thank you very much, Eyal, for joining us today.
Thank you very much.